Alrighty guys, I'm KC and welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Build a Modded World, or whatever we're calling the series. I still haven't named this series yet, but right now in Season 1 we're building a medieval castle. I am going to be breaking this down into seasons, deciding on kind of like what we do in each season. Season 1 we're building this like medieval city slash castle and whatnot, and last episode we worked over here. We worked on getting in just some basic planning, and I've not brought the planning further out because I kind of want to focus on this bit today. Well, not all of this bit, but just particularly this bit that I've dug out here. I want to focus on this bit today, and then I want to kind of this week I want to see how much of this we can actually get done of what we've planned out. It'd be really nice to have some corner of this village actually done, and I want to start to build this wall up on stream and whatnot because we've already done the wall, so we already know kind of how the wall's gonna go. But we need to sort of bring it along here as well and decide what we're going to have along here as well in the near future. But I kind of want to focus on this today. And as you can see, I've dug out the area that I want. And you may be wondering what this is. And if you've paid attention to the previous episodes, you'll already know. This is where I kind of want to put the warehouse. I want to put my sort of like storage house here. Now, this isn't going to be one where we use chests. We're not going to have chests. I know this is a medieval city. But we are going to have some modern day technology in it because, you know, that's modern Minecraft and it makes sense to. Each of these is going to be a storage hut for some storage, not storage drawers, sorry. A storage, hang on a minute. Is that just two there? And that's three. I need to make this one bigger this side. I've made a small mistake. A small error has been made. But yeah, I can get to do that in just a little bit. I'm actually just going to very quickly take out a row so that I remember this when I come back here, because my memory is absolutely terrible. I'm going to turn my headphones down just a tad. They're a little bit too loud. There we go. So yeah, if we go over here, I'll show you kind of like what I'm thinking of. And I'll get into this a little bit more as we progress through this, but I'm just going to quickly go over it. What I'm wanting is these here, these things here, to store things in. Now these store one item, but they store a lot of that one item. This will store a lot of oak wood. You know, and as you can see, I've got 31 million stone in this one. No, close. It's one of these ones somewhere here. There we go, we got 31 million stone in there. And I couldn't put 31 million stone in a chest. You know, I couldn't put 31 million stone in pretty much anything. Maybe in one of these I could, but I doubt it. I really doubt one of these storage drawers could hold it. But we're going to have a mass network of these. And we're also going to have two walls of these. We're going to have one wall probably full of compacting drawers, whereas the other wall is going to be full of the other things. And these are kind of all the things that we'll get in big clunks and clusters and stuff. And we'll probably store things in these, you know, but thinking of it, maybe I don't need such a big storage drawer thing. But yeah, and the kind of design that we're going to go for is actually very simple. If we actually fly over to it, we can start putting this in actually. So what I'm thinking of, at least down here in the basement, we're going to go spruce wood. Yeah. Then we're going to go this. Oh, I didn't grab any. There's always something. There's always something. Always something you forget. So if we go quickly over here and down, I've got this chisel here making me the block that I want. So we're going to grab some of this. Okay. And if we fly all the way over here, you'll see kind of what design idea that I'm going for here. So, we're going to go like this, and then like this. Then we're going to bring this in like so, and we'll bring this up one. So it kind of fits like a jigsaw. Because I do want to put this warehouse up at least a block. Okay, and then we're going to go with this in between like so, and then bring it like that. Then we'll repeat this design. Although I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to do this as you're seeing it now. But I do kind of want to just show you guys a little bit of it. So you get the rough idea. I've got to work this out a little bit more. I may actually put a spruce log here and here. Just to sort of help that a little bit. But I also need to make sure that these sections work really well as we are bringing it out and along here. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I wanted to just show you guys a rough idea of the idea that I'm going for. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this basement sort of put in place, because the storage house is going to go down into a basement, because I need to run cables, and we're also going to have an upstairs. So yeah, let me get a little bit of work done, guys, and when I've got something to show you, I'll be back. Welcome on back, folks, and I've got a bit of a skeleton in place that I kind of wanted just to show you. This is the kind of design that we're going for in its final form. Or at least in its final shape. Obviously, there is going to be a roof on this. I'm going to put a roof on this very soon. But for now, I kind of just wanted to get this in. These are to signify floors, although this is only going to be one floor, but I definitely do want 2 stories here on the outside. And we're going to bring this grass level up to this level, so you won't see these stones here. But I just kind of wanted to give you the shape. I think the next thing that I want to do is put a skeleton shape of the roof on. So I've got a rough idea of how this is going to look. And when you're building builds like this, it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt just to be thorough. Just to make sure that you've got all of this in place. And it looks like I'm going to have to move this one over. Because I go one extra here because I brought this over one to match up with that. But that's fine. That's fine. It'll all work out in the end anyway. So it's not a big deal. I may actually just do that now, just so it's done. It does mean that I'm not going to be able to have a walk around like I wanted around the outsides of these guys, but it beats moving the entire build over. But if this was such a big, glaring issue, then I'm in a position where I could very, very easily fix it. All of these actually need to be moved over one, because we move the whole thing one to that direction, to the, was that west? To the north. And this is why it's very important to do skeleton builds first, because at least then, you know, I mean, for me, moving this over one, it's not a problem. Fair enough, I can do that. It's not a big deal. But what happens if this had been 2 over? Then I'd have been in a little bit of, I'd have been up a creek without a paddle, pretty much. And we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. We want this to sort of be where we want it. And because I built the skeleton, I now know that it is, or at least I can make a very minor change to this to get it where I want it. And this is going to cost me a lot of deep storage units to do. And that's going to cost me a lot of plastic. And that's going to be one hell of a task, really. So I'm not looking forward to making all of those up, but hey. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to get this roof in place. I'm thinking just a big sort of beveled one here and a slanting one here that'll slant upwards is what I'm thinking. But it's probably going to be spruce and oak to match those, I think. Or maybe we go dark oak wood. Dark oak and spruce I think actually might be cool. Or maybe we go do we want to add cobble in it? I think I do. No, because it'll just be cobble stairs. So I'm not using carpenter's blocks for the roofs because I'll take the roofs too long. And we can do slants with those, and I want to save them for a different kind of kingdom and build. I don't want to blend too much modded with survival with vanilla. Yeah, I'm going to work on the roof and I'll be back with you. Welcome on back, folks, and I decided to go with dark oak for the frame, and we're going to fill the insides in with I'm thinking spruce. I'm thinking that we'll have spruce and oak for the civilian buildings, but for industrial buildings we'll go with something a bit more darker that signifies industrial. So we're going to go with probably dark oak and spruce for these. So I want to show you now. I haven't finished the roof, but what I've done is I've put in a skeleton. And I think that when you're building something, putting in the skeleton is important because it gives you a shape and the idea of the way that it's going to go. And 2, you get a feel for how the build will look once it's done. And you can make adjustments without having to make too much, you know. So this is the skeleton here. You can see this sort of like warehouse is kind of a big, large build here. I mean, it's not overly big. But I had some thoughts when I was doing this, like how did I want to go? And I did this. There's two different types of roofs that we're using here. We're using the triangle one, or as it's more common in it, which is just a regular stair and then an upside down stair, then a regular stair and upside down stair. We go all the way up to here with that. Same on this side. And then we're using a more arched roof here, which is where we go an upside down stair, a block, a regular stair, an upside down stair, a block, a regular stair, an upside down stair, a block, a regular stair, so on and so forth. But this is an even number here. The build itself is an odd number. Actually, I think it might be an even number, actually. But, you know, sometimes it's good to have an even build. I particularly like building on odds, but hey, this will be set it apart. And then I went with this here. Originally, I had this arched roof here and the triangle roof here. But it was like way, way, way up here. It was quite a tall building. From down here, it just didn't look right. It looked horrible. I didn't like the way it looked. It looked too tall. Whereas this kind of gives me the feel that I'm kind of looking for when it goes with this. But then we face another problem when you're doing a roof, you know. You face the problem of you're going to have a lot of one coloured wood in any given area. If we take a look over here, you can see that we've got a lot of oak wood here. You know, and we did these roofs earlier on, and I broke it up by adding this spruce log across the top. Oh, the spruce planks. We need to sleep because it's getting night. I could actually do with a bed. Do I have a bed in here? I have a carpenter's bed. Okay. That's fine. I could do with a bed over near the build that we're working on. Saves me running back to the barracks every time I need to sleep. But yeah, as you can see, we got a lot of one wood, which is alright when you're building a small roof like this. But with us building such a large roof, it would be this big, horrible plain thing that would just be staring us in the face. It's not going to let me sleep because that's skeleton, is it? Oh, yeah, yes, it is. Yeah, it's just one big coloured wood that's going to be facing us in the face. And I didn't want that, so I broke it up by adding these, like, bracers in. Or these dark oak stairs to break up the colour. These are only here just to break up the spruce wood. And obviously, I don't know if I'm going to go with spruce wood. I'm thinking spruce wood. But I actually want to just go and grab some oak wood a minute. And just see which one I prefer. And we'll do this together so you can get a bit of an idea. Oak. We actually have a bunch of oak stairs, which is good. 2 sets should be enough just to test it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in here. I think we'll go 4 up. Yeah, 4 should be 4 should be sufficient to give us an idea of what this will look like. And this is why I build in skeletons. You know, I didn't used to. I used to just go ahead and build the build straight out. You know, but now I do it in skeletons like this because it just makes the, if there's something I don't like, it's easy to do, and it also breaks the build down into parts. You know, when you've got such a large build in front of you, it's really difficult. You know, you may be motivated at first, but as time draws on, your motivation kind of starts dragging, you know. And if you've got a skeleton, I don't know which I like. I think that stands out too much, but that is just too plain and boring. But I think I'm going to go with a spruce just because it fits more. This oak on the dark oak just doesn't look all that good. So yeah, I'm going to get to filling this in now with spruce, although I don't know if I'm going to fill the roof in or if I'm going to work on the walls. I think I may work on the walls temporarily just to give me more of an idea, or maybe the roof. I think I'm going to get this whole thing filled in though, and then I'll bring you back. Welcome on back, folks, and I want to show you what we've got. We've got the walls in place, and now we've got the roof in place, and we've got the actual building itself all kind of sorted out over here, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. Now, there are obviously some glaring issues, like it's very bland and boring. You know, we could put some windows in it. We need to add some more stuff to this, and also add some foliage, but I want to do that in another episode of the foliage. Like this side is really big and boring, and I'm thinking we have like a really big custom tree just to break up this back. I think it'd look really cool to have that there. But again, I want to do those in a separate episode to show how you can add life to a build, basically, to your world, But I just added small little things like little bushes around and stuff like that. We've got no shortage. I also made up a magnum torch here. I actually have the potions required for this. And now I want to get the floors put in. And I'm going to go with the exact same thing. I'm just going to go with limestone. And I like this as a floor, as an industrial floor, because it's green, it blends nicely with this. It is good. Oh, and I also made up a new swapping one, because, you know, our last one, it kind of vanished. I did have one, but I don't know what happened to it. I can't seem to find it. It's not in any of my storage systems. So, all I'm going to be doing is bringing this across here. But I want to show you something. I want to show you something. I'm probably going to put some lanterns down here as well. Let's go grab some lanterns, actually, real quick. I want to show you kind of like what I'm thinking of to go down here. And also, I'd like to show you how this swapping wand works, because it's a brilliant tool. It's a really brilliant tool. Costly, but brilliant. It costs nether stars to make. Let's just dump that in there for now. Grab ourselves some more limestone, and I want to make this limestone. And I've got an auto chisel set up here, which is great, so I could just literally say, okay, you know what, now I want you to make that. Pop those in there, and then whatever I pop in this chest is going to come out as that. In this chest, of course. So we came over here for something. Oh, yes, lanterns. We've got these fancy lanterns, and these will do. We've got still plenty of these left over. Let me grab some of these and some of these. There we go. That'll do. Oh, actually, you know, I could do with 30 levels. And this is the problem with the swapping one, is it requires levels. It's about to be nighttime as well. Now, I'm going to add more lights to the upstairs area. But for this bottom one, I just kind of want to put lights on each of these logs. Because it's going to be the basement. I want it to feel very dark and very bland, you know, very... Oh, did I not do all of that? Okay, that's fine. I just want to show you guys what we're going to be doing. I think I'm going to put them here. We'll put 2 this side at around about the same one, which was 3, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay, let's bring this out. Don't accidentally misclick. And there we go. Get rid of that. Where's this? There we go. And my magnum torch is gone. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So, let's get this in over here as well. So we've got this, right? So what the swapping one does is it allows us to do here. What is it? Was it Z? There was a... Nope. There was a way... Okay, so you shift and right click to select the block that you want to select. But I've forgotten now which button is it. You press F. And what this allows us to do is just move it. And we've obviously shift and right click this block, and then when we right click a block, it's just going to change it into that block. And this will happen with any block. It's a great way to just add some additional detail to the world. Just to add texture variation. This is much easier to do it like this than it is to keep knocking bits out. So we can get rid of this now. But we could do that. And I really want to sort of make down here look dirty. I'm even going to throw in some dirt down here just for added measure. Just to make it look like it's really broken down here. Because the basement's supposed to be manky. It's supposed to be horrible, you know. Even though it's a relatively new build, it still makes sense to me to just make the basement look a little bit more dank than the rest of it. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to bring these up. I've also got to put in this floor, and the floors are going to go in at this level here. So let me actually get rid of that. Floors are going to go in at this level here. Oh, that did not go where I wanted it to go. And I also want to add in some windows. So I've got the idea for the windows, pretty much what I want to have, but I'm starting to run low on time for this episode. So I'm going to break this down into 2 parts. We'll do the interior another time, because I just want to show like how you can do storage, how you can hook everything up, and whatnot. A friend of mine plays on this server, as you know, Jace. He's a player on this server. And, well, he's not too advanced when it comes to modded Minecraft. He doesn't really understand some of the mods. So I figure if I could do him as a spotlight video, if you will, like how to hook up an ME storage to deep storage units, then maybe it could help him. You know, I could just advise him to the video. It gets me an additional view, and I'm out of thingies and whatnot. So yeah, let me get some more work done on this, and I'll bring you back when I got something to show you. Welcome on back, folks, and I've got the vast majority of it in place, but I did make one executive decision here that I'm not going to put windows in this build, I don't think. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I've come up with this, and there's two big reasons for this, and this really is two reasons, not just one reason split down into two. One is, my first thinking was, this building would be a great way to practice putting some trees around here, playing with foliage, putting some leaves, some bushes and stuff like that, and just ways to hide buildings that have these bland sides. This would be a great way to go ahead and just practice doing that. And on the second one, I'm going to be putting storage drawers on these walls on the inside. Inside of like all here is going to be storage drawers. And again, here. So it wouldn't make sense to have windows here because they'll just connect to the storage drawers and they'll look all weird and funky and not very nice. But this is what I've gone for the inside. We'll come in here. This will be our main sort of area here. We'll have a staircase here if we want to go downstairs. I might add a couple actually. So I think I might just do that. I might add just some spruce wood in just to sort of level it off, and I think I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, that looks much better. If we go downstairs, you can see we've got lanterns in place. I don't think I've missed a lantern. Oh, actually, I have missed a couple of lanterns. We'll get those put in real quickly. This also helps you guys get a feel for this build, and I'm trying to purposely keep this build dark. Because it's a storage house, you know. They would be dark and dank and just sort of... And this is a basement as well. So yeah, I'm not too happy with the stairs with these here, but I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet. I don't know if I want to just bring like a couple of pillars down like so. Possibly like that, I don't know. I figured I'd worry about that when I've got an idea for the stairs. But yeah, so I still need to break up in here some more, you know. I ran out of levels. We actually have some more levels we can quickly use. As you can see, oh, I don't have the right block this time. Okay, maybe I didn't run out of levels at the time. I ran out of blocks. That's okay. So, let me just kind of go over with how in here is going to work. So when you come in, you're going to be able to see the deep storage units here and the storage drawers on either side. And I want you to be able to see in it. But as you can see, it's quite dark. And I've done some redstone. Yes, I did redstone. There's redstone lamps. We might replace them with other lamps later on because I don't like the redstone lamps, but they'll do for now. And this is perfect because this gives me the feel that I want. If we turn it on, watch. Notice that they don't all come on straight away. They all kind of come on one after the other and after the other. If you've ever been in like a big warehouse building where they have them long tube fluorescent lights, they sort of come on in sections, don't they? They don't just all come on at once. They sort of like flicker on and then sort of flicker backwards. And that's what I wanted here. I actually wanted it to do that. So if we turn it off, you can see that it's going to turn off now like this. And then turn back on. The flicker. I like that. I like that a lot, and I wanted that. And I'll get into how I did that in just a moment. But this is where we're going to have a crafting terminal and probably a regular terminal. I don't know what other terminal I'm going to put here just yet. This will be able to just right click and see what's stored in here. And stuff like that. Maybe I won't have a crafting terminal. Maybe I'll just have a regular terminal because I don't want you to be able to craft things here. Because there'll be no way for them to go back into the system. But maybe, I don't know yet. And then this door here is to be able to go in here. And as you can see, each of these holes is going to have cables coming up. And again, we do need to sort of hide a computer. I'm thinking that I might put the computer up here. I don't know yet, the ME system. Or I might just put it underground. It might be best to go underground in the basement. That might actually be the better scenario, to be honest with you. But yeah, you'll be able to come in here, see the storage things. There are a couple of things that I did need to finish off, like I need to bring that down. I'm pretty sure there was another one. Yeah, there was one here that I didn't do and all. But one thing I want to show you is a little cool thing, like how I've got this lever here, sending the signal all the way up there. I've done this using a mod called Ender.io, and I've used redstone conduits, and I've got a Yeta wrench here. If I right click this, well, if I hold this, you'll see that that actual pillar here is not a pillar. It's actually what's called covers, and that's what these things are right here. They're facades. And when we've got a facade, we can just sort of right click one of these, or we could just right click where the block would go, put it there, and it'll act just like a block. Now, I did notice one thing about these is glass panes didn't connect. I had glass panes here and I had to replace them because they didn't connect to these, which was annoying, but yeah. And that allows us to hide these horrible, nasty conduits. And if we go up here, you can see that my redstone is absolutely brilliant. Mumbo would be proud. You know, this is Mumbo style redstone. This is Mumbo Jumbo. And I've just put repeaters here, and I've put a delay on them. I didn't like the 4-tick delay, so I think this is now 6-tick delay. So this one's on a 6, then 12, so on and so forth. And you may be thinking it's going to be dark under there. Mobs are going to spawn. That's not very good, is it? No. Well, that's why this is here. I've put this pretty much in the center of this build. No mobs are going to spawn in this build. And do I have enough to do this? Yes. And then now all I'm going to do is to kind of finish this off. Now, one thing to note is if you, like I've got this redstone torch connecting there, I actually had to, if I see if this does it for me. Let's get rid of this facade for now. We'll do this from the other side so I can show you how to do this, because this is something I didn't know how to do at first. This baffled me a couple of years ago. So if I've got a facade here, oops, and I put this lever on it, you can see it doesn't actually connect to it, which is annoying. All you gotta do is right click with the Yeta wrench and that'll connect it to the lever. Yeah, we could put whatever we want on here. I've gone with, I think I'm actually gonna go with that, and will not let me put anything on the actual whatchamacallit of it. So yeah, so I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. I think this has actually come along great, and in the next episode I'm going to do it in like a tutorial sense that will show you how to use deep storage units and how to hook them up to an ME system and all of that kind of stuff. And maybe I'll have to go over making an ME system in a future episode. But for now, I'm really kind of happy with how this has turned out. Even though we've got no windows and nothing to go around the outside, we are going to put things around the outside. And I want to use this building as a prime example. I mean, to be honest, it's a warehouse. It's supposed to look ugly. The only thing that I'm not happy with is when you are up close, like here. It's like this big horrible thing there. So maybe there's something I can do about that. Maybe not. But yeah, I think that's gonna call it this episode, guys. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me, guys. I'm KC. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.